Are you a powerful reality creator and you're on this spiritual journey and you want to trust your own inner guidance? You want to trust your higher self. This is like one of the most common things people come to me for as a coach. And so the idea with trusting, I'm going to actually talk about trust points this time. And this is kind of the system of like, how do you develop trust with anyone, anything, any source of information? Like, how do you determine anything to be trustworthy? And so it kind of works like this. It's a bit like you make an offer out for information. Maybe it's a person, you ask them a question like, hey, how do you get to this place, right? You're asking for directions. And then they'll give you some information. And if that person gives you information that turns out to be accurate, you give them points and they're more trustworthy. If they give you information that turns out to not be accurate, you might take away some points and they're less trustworthy. And so the idea then is to put out the bid for trust by making a request and then noticing what happens and seeing how it plays out. So if you're asking someone for information that's more like philosophical, it then filters through your own belief systems. And if it resonates with your belief systems, then you might feel that they're more trustworthy. And then if it doesn't resonate with your belief systems, you might be a little more skeptical about it. So the idea is if we're putting that to our higher self or our inner being, it's the same thing. You ask the question, you put the bid out there, like, what's the most beneficial thing for me to do now for the well-being of all in my life? And then you create the space and let the answer land. And then when it does, you follow through on that. And when you follow through on that, and you follow the feelings of it, you'll start noticing that the feeling that you acted on and went through on, and the feeling of what you perceived your guidance to be, well, then leads to an outcome. And so that's how you start developing trust in your higher self and in yourself. If you ask yourself to do something and then you go ahead and you're able to do it, then you develop trust. When you make those actions small, it helps develop the trust as well. So the idea there, though, is the inner guidance is a feeling. So when you act on those feelings and you notice the way the feelings play out, you'll start developing trust in the feeling of the inner guidance and the outcomes that come from that feeling. So then you can have greater discernment of what is your inner guidance, what you are trusting, and then how to follow it. So if this was helpful, follow for more, leave a comment about what's helpful about it. If you have any questions, leave a question so I can answer it in another video and make it more clear for you. I've also written a little mini book on this that you can get through the description. It's in my Gumroad store. And yeah, so my name's Petersen, and thanks for watching.